What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Plug-In Peter. Today we're going to talk about the Stylus RMX. This, in my opinion, is one of the best sounding and most versatile synthesizers on the market. Not only because it's easy to use, but because of the broad library of sounds that you can get for this particular thing. Alright, we're going to go over here. As you can see right here, we've got 8 different channels. Kind of like if you watch the Sample Tank 2 tutorial. You can open up just one of these and you can get 8 instruments out of it versus a lot of virtual instruments where you have to open up a different instance every time you want to use an instrument. Okay, so right now we're on channel 1. We're going to go over here to sound check and we're going to look at our directory right here. We've got a core library, we've got expansion libraries, and we've got user favorites. I prefer to use the expansion libraries. They come with it, you can order them. They sound more realistic and more human to me because I like live instruments and I like band type music. If you're more of a program sound person, the core library is great. You can go down here to your RMX grooves, groove elements, and you can see right here we've got all kinds of options, bongos, you name it, claps, cowbells, hi-hats, we've got break beats, all kinds of stuff here. Me, I prefer the expansion libraries. Right here, Backbeat is a great drum library. We basically have several different drum grooves here, and not only do they play the drum groove, but we've also got turnarounds. Let's go to the cops here. If you see this right here, we've got 3 different grooves, and we've also got turnarounds. We've got an F bar right here, we've got an F bar 2, we've got a fill A, fill B, and then we've got a stick. So several different options. You can piece together a drum track and it sounds like a live drummer. Let's leave the expansion libraries and let's go back to the core library. Okay, let's say that we recorded a track and we want to add some basic groove elements to it. Everybody wants a shaker in one of their songs. So we've got shaker 1, shaker 2, shaker 1, shaker 2, shaker 3. I mean, they all sound different. Some of them are thick sounding shakers, some of them are thin sounding shakers. Some of them are deep sounding, some of them are hollow sounding. You have all kinds of different options that you can take here. I could go through these all day. Alright? Now, this has a built-in mixer, so it's kind of like a console strip right with a virtual instrument. We've got effects that we can add to it, and this is really cool because this almost looks like a piece of outboard gear. We've got reverb we can add. We've got a compressor we can add. We've got tape saturation we can add. We've got delay we can add. Pretty awesome. We've got auxiliaries that we can add to it. It just never ends. Then we've got the mixer right here. This shows us the level right here. I'm only going to have one instrument going at one time, but right now we've got the rhinoceros jingles going. I can add maybe a drum groove from one of my expansion libraries and it's going to play exactly along to that and it's going to be synced right to it. Alright, so our drum groove is going to want to be panned right in the middle, but I might want to pan this jingles over here to the left a little bit. Then we've got our auxiliary inputs, which we've got 4 for each track. So you could basically set together a whole mix from this right here. Each one of these, your MIDI going to it just like your Sample Tank. So as you can see, it's unbelievably versatile. It's a lot like Sample Tank, how we can set up our different mixes and we can basically have the song mixed before we even convert the MIDI to audio.